Hello there, my friend, and welcome to the fire. I hope you're doing well, I really do. In this crazy world of ours, we can often find ourselves in troubling and difficult situations. But what's not difficult is being a decent human being. Be good to your fellow person, empathize with other people, and especially with those around you, because you never know what someone else is going through. That's one of the things I mean whenever I say, be good, be great, be awesome. Call a Cthulhu campaign where the real villains are the players themselves. r/RPG horror stories, posted by Igor Ovilia. Hi, first post. I'm going to try to make this short. A few months ago, one of my high school friends, not that long ago, invited me to a Call of Cthulhu game. He was going to run and record to post on YouTube. He was a somewhat close friend of mine. Let's call him Yellow King, since I introduced him to D&D and basically taught him, by advice and example, how to GM, but we had since drifted apart. It seemed fine, and I was excited to play this game. I had since branched out to other systems, and Call of Cthulhu was one I've been yearning to play. I agreed to participate and help voluntarily with a lot of the graphical designs of the RPG and was invested AF. First session comes and it almost feels like a drag. I don't know any of the other players, only heard of them as the DM's new friends, but they seem fine, I guess. Some are very shy, and one of them is just the biggest theater kid ever. Let's call him Dagon. Let's just say I'm not the kind of person to use my phone at the table, but I really had to fight the urge here. After a few sessions, I kinda pinned down what I'm not enjoying so much about this game, so I'm going to lay them down before I talk about the grand finale that made me quit. First of all, the Yellow King really liked dictating ordinary actions that the characters would do with no input from them, pretty much all the time. This is not your ordinary, your crazy GM takes over kind of deal. It's GM tells you what your character is doing for no reason at all. That and the story being not quite what I expected, along with a bit too much combat and too little investigation in Call of Cthulhu. But that was fine. I just assumed this would get better, and I even talked to Yellow King about that problem with the puppeteering, and he took it really well. It was going to get better. Besides, I'm really invested. Then one day, just as the session was about to start, when my dad got home, stuck in my parents since COVID, and brought the news that a relative of mine had passed away. I wasn't really close to him, but he was my grandmother's brother, so this really hit her hard. Our family decided to go there to support her, and I promptly told the table about this incident, and they showed their condolences and seemed pretty fine. Next session rolls over. I'm not in that great of a mood, but the show goes on. We get on Discord and just chat a bit before the game, where out of nowhere, someone brings up a joke they made about my deceased relative. They all laugh a lot while I just pretend I'm not offended and stay quiet. This went on for a bit as they try to explain they didn't mean to offend me, where Dagon, remember that guy, started laughing about how he didn't care as it was just a joke and that's just the type of humor he does. It felt kind of shitty, but I just rolled with it. After a few days, the real reason I was dreading the coming of these sessions clicked. I didn't feel comfortable around those people. Not because they were all a-holes, looking at you, Dagon, but It just wasn't my type of table or game. I talked to Yellow King about leaving, and out of respect for him, because they were planning on posting on YouTube, I played one last session, so my character wouldn't disappear out of nowhere. The story also got a lot worse, but I didn't mind, just wanted to get it over with. First of all, my deepest of condolences to OP and their family. Now, onto the bullet points. Player anonymity. Yeah, that could be a pretty touchy thing and something that could upset a lot of players, myself included. I'd rather not have the DM, GM, or whatever dictate what my character does the majority of the time. It's my character, and usually I have very specific actions that I want to do. Next, the family member that passed and Dagon. Deep breath. Come on, have some empathy. Someone's family member just died. That's a lot. The decent thing to do here would have been maybe check in on them, see how they're doing. Not try to crack a joke and clearly offend someone who, once again, had a family member pass away. At that point, just apologize for making the joke that was clearly in bad taste. And yeah, they knew it was in bad taste because they were trying to explain that they didn't want to offend OP. Then Dagon tries to double down as a edgy boy and say that it's just their type of humor? Yeah. At the best of times, that's a weak cop-out excuse. In this situation, that's just being an a-hole. Pure and simple. Honestly, I wouldn't want to be part of that table at all. Also, it was really big of OP to sit in on one last session to tie up any loose ends. I really hope that OP has found themselves at a better table to game at. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. And would you kindly follow the socials posted in the description below. As always, be good, be great, be awesome.